All right, guys, it's Coach Bronson here. We're going to talk about sit-ups today. I got my mom back with some good information and being the awesome sport fitness model that she is. We're going to do sit-ups today. We do sit-ups a little differently than you may have seen in other places. We do them what's called butterfly style. And the reason we do that, go ahead and lay down, is when we do sit-ups, if we have our knees, go ahead and just put your knees like a normal sit-up, what you would normally see, right? Feet up. When your knees are up like this, your feet are together, what's really happening is your hip flexors are actually doing most of the work. Your abs are not doing them, okay? It also, notice when she comes up, it's hard for her to get forward. She's not getting that full range of motion, okay? So go ahead and butterfly your feet. Okay, feet together, knees out. Now see how that lets her actually come up and get into a better range of motion, right? Tall chest, she's leaning forward, her shoulders come in front of her hips, okay? Now because her knees are out, her hip flexors aren't doing that. Her abs are doing that. So she's going to get way more direct activation and stimulation of her abs than doing traditional sit-ups. Yay! So, the biggest thing is all you're gonna do, now we have an ab mat. I highly recommend getting an ab mat if you don't have one. It's just good for keeping your lower back, particularly women have issues with their lower back when doing these types of things, when doing ab work. So if you don't have one, I recommend getting one. I mean, you don't have to, but I would highly recommend getting an ab mat. You can get them all over different places. If you have any questions, just ask. I'll show you, I'll tell you where to get them. She's gonna lay down. She wants to lay down till her shoulders touch the ground or as close as possible, right? And then she's gonna keep her arms out in front. Now, technically, she could put her arms behind her and touch the ground over her head and help use her arms to swing, but because she's awesome, she likes to keep her arms in front of her and make herself do a little bit extra work, right? This is next level, right? This is Claire level, okay? And she's sitting up. This is really, that's all there is to it, guys. She's sitting up. She's trying to keep her back flat. She's leaning forward so her shoulders come forward of her hips. And what that looks like is she's not laying back here and then trying to reach forward or hunching her chest in so she can touch her toes, right? She's actually leaning forward and feeling the stretch in her hips. That's gonna help her get that range of motion, okay? Now, how do we modify, how do we scale this? It's real simple. Move the ab mat out, okay? This is a real simple modification to get you started, guys. It's called knee crunches, knee touch crunches, right? Feet are flat, go ahead and lay down. Good, you're gonna do that, and then you're just gonna put your arms out next to your knees, and you're gonna reach up and touch your toes. Touch your toes, yeah, touch your knees. Good, that's the first thing to start with, guys, okay? You could also do reverse crunches. Scoot this way a little bit. And we didn't talk about this ahead of time, but reverse crunches are you're gonna lay down on your back, you're gonna put your hands flat on the floor, and then you're gonna try to touch your knees, get your knees and hips up off the ground as much as possible. Boom, good. Do it again, good. And the key here, guys, is the hip lift. So it's not just kicking, it's trying to get your hips up as well. That's gonna engage the abs. So the crunches are gonna work the upper abs, and then the reverse crunches are going to work the lower abs. So you can do those in combination and work different pieces, okay? That's how you scale sit-ups. Anything else we need to cover? That's pretty much it, right? It's pretty basic movement.
Basic.
Okay.